Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your host, the White Collar Goon. Of course, you see me. I am in my whip. Once again, I just came back from yoga. That vinyasa flow, yo, be prepared for the vinyasa flows that are coming your way, guys. Because it might change your life. Let me just go ahead and put that out there. It will change your life. You might look at yoga in a totally different way, in a transcendent way, in a transformative way. So just be prepared for that. But yeah, I did yoga this morning. I went on a run this morning. I had just been in a good place because I woke up. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh shit, like I haven't even written down my dreams yet. I haven't even wrote it down yet, but it's already fresh on my mind. Listen, if you woke up and you can remember your dreams, that wasn't a dream. That was not a dream. That was a message. If you can remember what happened in your subconscious and you can play it back, that was a message. That was a message. Write that down. Write that down and come back to it a few days later, a few weeks later, or a few months later, whatever. But write that down. And once you speak it, you will manifest that. Listen, my dream this morning, I was all the way in Australia. I was in Australia and I wasn't even turned up. I wasn't even turned up. I was up in the household. I was up in the household. It was a big ass household too. Like it was like a mansion style. And there was like a gathering. It was like a party. I don't know. Not a party, but more so like, let's say a reunion, a gathering of a family. And it was like I wouldn't know what the classification would be. Like here, we might say Middle Eastern, but in Australia, there's a lot of people who would classify as that: Indian, Arab, Lebanese, Malaysian, things of this nature. If I'm a black person, this would be more of the brown category. It was a beautiful family, beautiful household, and I was with some homie who was driving me up, and next you know we parked in the neighborhood and we were walking to his house. And whilst I was walking with him, I'm looking around and he's talking to me and he has his Aussie slang and I fucking love it, man. I was digging it. I like it when people are themselves and they speak the way they speak. So he was just, saying things like, yeah, and that and that and that and yeah. So and speaking like a true Aussie, shout out to him. And I'm out there walking around and I saw these snakes. People who know about Australia, they do have like next level like wildlife, like next level to the point where like that shit can fucking kill you. But at the same time, it's like beautiful wildlife, like wildlife and animals that we don't have here. We can conceptualize what we have that they have there, that we don't have here. But he was walking so seamlessly. He was walking chilling. He was walking like it was nothing. And I'm like, yo, bro, there are serpents. There are serpents on the sidewalk. There's serpents in the driveway, bro. Like, how can I get to your house? How can I get to your house when I see these snakes? That brings me back to a dream that I had previously, like months ago, maybe more than months ago. Maybe it was like a year ago that I was on the cruise ship and I had this dream that I was somewhere coming, actually here to my house, and like it was like my cul-de-sac was flooded, as if there was like some massive rainstorm or whatever the case may be, or maybe it was like a hurricane, but there was like, it was flooded around the cul-de-sac. And I remember, looking at my home and feeling almost safe because like finally I made it. But before I could even, get that, validation or vindication, like, oh, I did it. I look up and I see this massive like anaconda. Like the shit I saw in Australia were snakes. I don't even know what color they were. Maybe they were like bright green, lime green or something like that. But they were like snakes, and they were like big snakes moving around. But this one here, the one I had like a year ago when I was on the ship, it was like an anaconda. It was like a snake that was big enough to like engulf my house. And it was so big that it was like blocking my front door. So I don't know what that metaphor is. I don't know what my subconscious is telling me. I don't know what the divine energy is telling me. I don't know what the Lord is trying to like present to me, because I'm not afraid of snakes. I held a snake when I was in Thailand, and you can take a picture with them, but they're quite heavy in this scales. I guess that's what you're called. I don't know. Gills are on fish, but I guess the scales are they're cold-blooded animals, but when you pick them up, they're heavy and they're cold. They're cold, and it was like a python that I picked up, but I don't know. I don't know what was the purpose or what it was with the snakes in my dream. But in Australia, I kept on walking, and I ended up going to this guy's house, and there was a massive, family gathering, and I'm talking with the people, and I'm shaking hands, and this was a Muslim family or Islamic family. But the food was great, and the energy was beautiful, and the people were warm, and people were welcoming, and I felt like I was throwing people off because they weren't used to seeing me. I guess they didn't know I was coming in there, because I walked into like a living room, and people were like, oh shit, like I saw like some older elderly family members. I guess the patriarchs or the matriarchs or the of the family. They were like kind of taken aback to see me. But then once I came in and I presented them, I didn't present them with anything, but I just wanted to convey my appreciation. I was very much so appreciative of them, allowing me in their home, allowing me to interface with them, allowing me to just to be around and soak up their energy. And they were so nice. They were so nice. I was shaking hands and kissing babies, and being political. You know how it was. It was political over there. It was love over there. So let me get into this topic, boys and girls. Let me just go into it. Know who you are. Know who you are. Like, and I know it's difficult because, listen, I was just talking to my homie the other day. Most people, I will say, from my perspective, most people are reluctant. They're scared. They are skeptical. They are apprehensive in regards to showing people who they really are, in regards to expressing their full spectrum of personality because of the fact that they could be critiqued, the criticism, the ridicule, the embarrassment, the the humility. Like, it's like, yo, I don't want to be humiliated. I don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be talked about. Like, a lot of people, as it is, don't have high levels of self-esteem, don't have high levels of, morale, don't have high levels of confidence, self-confidence. A lot of people aren't that self-reliant, all right? So they're like, okay, Gabe, we understand your archetype. You're the challenger archetype. You're the champion archetype. You're the nonconformist archetype. You're the tyrant at the same time. So at the same time, like, Gabe, you don't care about what people think about you on a clinical level. Like, to a clinical degree, you don't care about what other people think. You don't give a shit. You don't give a fuck. And you've been like that. And God bless, Gabe. But at the same time, you got to think about the other 15 other archetypes, because there's a total of 16. And honestly, if you really embrace your individuality, you realize there is nobody like you. There is nobody like. There are bases for archetypes, for personality archetypes. But as far as you, there's only one of you. So I understand that this is something that I have, but I'm trying to utilize this platform to convey to you guys the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The foundational bottom pyramid is safety, and then there's different levels, but the highest, the peak is individuation. The process of self-individuation. Individuation means I am separating myself from the pack. I am separating myself from my peers. I am separating myself low-key from my family and friends. I fuck with my family and friends. I will give anything for my family and for my friends. But at the same time, for me to be the ascended Super Saiyan, and in order for me to be the archetypal superhero, in order for me to be the Hokage, in order for me to be All Might from My Hero Academia, or really you want to be Midoriya, because All Might, you saw how he goes back and forth and fluctuates. Like, listen, you understand, I must. Ladies, in order for you to be your archetypal Wonder Woman, your archetypal Sailor Moon, in order for you to level up and transcend and manifest your powers, and you're flying around the city, you're flying around the town, you're flying around coast to coast, showcasing your powers, and you're beautiful like the Powerpuff Girls. In order for you to be that, it's the process of self-individuation. And that process is a dark process. It's a divine process. It's a spiritual process. You're gonna transcend, you're gonna expand, you're gonna enhance on every level of expression. Your mental body, your psychological body, your spiritual body, your physical body, your emotional body, your social body, your sexual body. All of that goes into it. All of that is gonna be transformed. All of that is gonna be recalibrated. Your cognitive discipline, your cognitive spectrum, that means your vision. Have you played Madden, homegirl? Did you play Madden growing up with your brothers? Did you play Madden '04 with Michael Vick? Brother, when his speed was on 99, but his vision was like this. That's a metaphor for black people. We have the skill set. We have the talent. We have the athleticism. We have the competence. We have the intelligence. We have the industriousness of a superhero. But our vision is here. Our vision is here. We need to expand it. We will expand it 1% day by day. It's not going to happen overnight, but we want to get our spectrum like this. That's why I have these conversations with my homeboy. So I say, listen, know who you are. Okay, so it's hard. It's difficult whenever, I mentioned this before, for black males to be creative or to be expressive or to do things that are quote unquote weird, and weird is just a lack of verbal technology for individuals, because they lack the capacity, they lack the verbiage, they lack the rhetoric, they lack the wording to articulate what they truly mean. And what they truly mean is, I don't know anybody who does this. I mean, it's weird. It's weird. It's suspect. Matter of fact, for black people, they might start joking. We are some joking ass motherfuckers. We have a few Eddie Murphys. Well, there's only one Eddie Murphy. There's only one Chris Rock. There's only one fucking Kevin Hart. But like, if you go to any black school, you go to any school bus, you go to any lunch table, you go to anywhere at any time with black people, trust and believe, motherfuckers will be. If you don't carry your goddamn, if you don't be yo. Karaoke. I mean, we have, and it's a cool thing. That is our culture. We joke, we Jones. We're gonna crack on you. We're about to go on you. We're gonna play you off. But most of that is what my homie's mother told me back in the day. There's a lot of truth told in jokes. There's a shit ton of truth told in jokes. So when somebody comes in and the first thing they want to say is something about your clothes, they want to say something about your shoes, they want to say something about the fact that you do yoga, they want to say something about the fact that you don't want to be on the basketball team, you want to be on the cheerleading team. Some people, like, when people start joking you, brother, like when people start playing you because you're writing in a diary, you're writing in a notebook, they're like, what do you do? Are you writing a diary? Are you having a journal? Who the fuck journals? Like, you write down your dreams, brother? Like, when people start joking you, when you're out there and you have your own car and you have your own vibe, and your car isn't a fucking Porsche, or it's not a ZR1 Corvette, not to say that they have that either, but like when they start joking your car, like, well, man, you got a broke down hoopty, you got a broke down, what they're really saying is, the truth of the matter is, I'm insecure with myself. I'm not in the best state as far as confidence and self-esteem, and I see that you kind of are. I see that you're okay with it. Like, I wouldn't step out the house with just the same shirt that I wore yesterday. I wouldn't step out the house with the same jeans I wore yesterday. Like, I need Jordans to make me feel confident. I need the iPhone to make me feel confident. I mean, I won't pay for it. I have to beg my mom for it, even though I know my mom doesn't have the money, because my mom is doing the best that she can. But I feel like I can't even show my face at school unless I have the new phone posits, even though they cost $300, and my mom is literally does not make $300 a fucking hour. It's not like she's rolling in the dough, but I need it because I have low self-esteem. Listen, these guys are joking because you're manifesting your reality in front of them. You're self-actualizing in front of them. You're already starting your process in front of them. So listen, I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. But for black guys, it's hard for us to get out of the mold, because in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we have to focus on the safety part. You're like, man, you got black people saying, man, I can't be that creative. I can't be that expressive. I can't try new things. I can't develop new technology. I can't interface with technology. I can't build my own software. I can't be a full stacks developer, full stacks or custom engineer. I can't be a a software engineer. I can't be a UI UX designer. I can't focus on application programming interface. I can't focus on cloud computing, machine learning, algorithmic decision making. I can't focus on deep learning, neural networks, Internet of Things, how the world is going to be transformed through blockchain technology. I can't even conceptualize that. I can't read that. I can't manifest that because I'm so worried about looking over my shoulder because motherfuckers want to fight me, or motherfuckers want to be in a gang, or motherfuckers are trying to joke me, or people are trying to... Listen. Calm down. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you want, and realize what you want isn't what the motherfuckers around you have. They don't have what you want because they're not you. Figure out what makes you different. You have your own idiosyncrasies. We are all idiosyncratic. Some of us a bit more than others, of course, right? I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm not telling you to be like him. I'm not telling you to be like her. I'm saying figure out who you are, sister. If you like to wear these types of clothes, wear them. If you like to read these kind of books, read them. If you like to speak a certain way, speak it into existence. Don't hold yourself up from what's going on to the next man. Listen, I've talked to black guys and they've told me, the brothers, bro, they've told me all kind of shit about, yo, man, when shit goes down, I'm gonna be on the hoes, or I'm gonna be pulling up on these hoes, or where the hoes at, and I got all kind of bitches, and I'm sitting there listening, and I understand, because the reason why I mentioned that is because I used to be that kind of person. I was that person saying that shit 10 years ago. I was that person saying that 5 years ago. I used to be that person, but I'm listening now and I'm like, where did that come from? Why do you feel the need to say that? Why do you feel the need to project that energy? Why do you feel the need to have that be important in your life? And why do you feel the need to say that to me? Or why do you need to put that out? And it's like, oh, he wants to be acknowledged. He wants to be acknowledged. He wants people to see him because the ego is here. The personality is here. Who you are as a person is right between your eyes. Okay? So it's like, for fuck's sake, I dropped my phone. That's why that person does that. But the sad thing is, it's like, whenever I travel the world, whenever I went out to China, whenever I went out to Thailand, whenever I'm back in Virginia Beach and I'm in my real estate class, whenever I start doing things that are out of whatever normal people's comfort zones are, the people who I meet of different races, of different nationalities, different ethnicities, those guys are never, very seldom, promoting the fact that they have this propensity to have all of the women. They have this proclivity to be some ladies' man, to have this, ideology to be some fucking pimp player, Mac Daddy, ladies' man. It's like it's almost only black guys, It's mostly only us. And I know why, brother. I know why. Because I was that person, and I listened to the rap music that you listen to, and I watched the movies that you listen to, and I look up to the guys that you thought you looked up to. But I'm here to tell you, most of your fucking heroes are cornballs. Most of your fucking heroes are lame. Most of the people who you thought are heroes, they shouldn't be, because you're your own hero. I've never seen the fucking Avengers. Any of them. I don't need to see the Avengers. Because I look at myself in the mirror and I know what the fuck I'm on. Do you hear me? I don't need to see, I'm not bashing the movies. I'm pretty sure they're good movies. But I'm saying, like, I don't need to look at some white man in a fucking suit fly around to tell me that's a version of a superhero. I know what a superhero is. Motherfucker, cultivate your intelligence. Cultivate your competence. Cultivate your industriousness and build something and impact your community. Clean your room. Become a better brother, become a better father, become a better sister, become a better mother, become a better daughter, become a better son. Once you start doing that, you're on your way to becoming a hero, a true hero. Do you understand what I'm saying? Build something for yourself. Create aggregate wealth. Create transformative wealth. Create multiple streams of transgenerational wealth. For fuck's sake, that is a hero. That is the hero. That is the hero, brother. That's the true hero. I don't need to see a white man in blonde hair with muscles with a fucking shield to say that's Captain America. Frederick Douglass is Captain America. Malcolm X is Captain America. Any military general, any military officer, any pilot, any mother, any nurturer, any person who's working in the farmland, who's creating, any person who has their own farmers market, any person who's writing their own books, any person who's their own engineer, their own architect, any person who's a good father, any person who's a good educator. That's the hero. That's the captain. God bless. God bless. Color Goon.